It is a very dry and cold January in Iowa right now, and if you've made it this far without drinking in the month of January, I want to give you one, a round of applause, and two, a little boost to think about continuing going, maybe not indefinitely, maybe not forever, maybe not always, but to think about non-alcoholic alternatives to alcohol. I'm retired professional triathlete TJ Tollickson, and today we're going to talk about that, non-alcoholic distilled beverages. So one of the best things about today is that if you want a non-alcoholic beer, they're readily available. You can buy one just about any bar, any grocery store, but there's also alternatives that are non-alcoholic wines. There are also non-alcoholic distilled spirits. Yes, you heard me right. Distilled spirits. So it was actually made distilled, but it has no alcohol in it, or some of it has less than 0.5% by volume alcohol, but a whole bunch of it is 0.0%, totally non-alcoholic, literally impossible to get drunk on. So let's dive into this. So first of all, as I alluded to earlier, it is dry January, it's cold, and it's miserable here in Iowa right now. We've got 2 feet of snow on the ground, but it's too cold to actually go outside and enjoy it. Yesterday, the high was still in the negative degrees Fahrenheit, -2 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just miserable. Nobody wants to be outside in that. So I could see there might be a tendency to stay inside and drink. But if you've committed to dry January and you're not drinking, or you're just looking for an alternative to drinking, I've got some solutions for you. So today I actually went to the Hy-Vee store downtown. If you don't know what Hy-Vee is, Hy-Vee used to sponsor the biggest prize purse triathlon in the world. It's a grocery store chain based out of Des Moines, Iowa. It's regional. And this downtown store is very close to the office. You can walk there. It's a very small grocery store, but yet I was able to go in there and find 3 non-alcoholic beers and a non-alcoholic hop water. So let's start with the hop water because I find this really appealing and amusing. So a lot of you are used to seltzers, right? So bubbly or LaCroix, Polar, whatever your seltzer may be. Hop water is kind of similar to that. It's like 0 grams of just about everything. This one has some vitamin C in it, but no calories. And the ingredient list on this: carbonated water, vitamin C, hops and natural flavors, an amino acid, and ashwagandha, whatever that is. Ashwagandha is to de-stress and unwind, and L-theanine, which is the amino acid, is for mood and cognitive performance. And then it has a blend of hops for freshly crisp, citrusy, and piney flavor. And this is actually mango flavored. So it's kind of cool. You can buy this. It looks like a can of beer. It tastes more like water than it does beer, but it has a beer flavor to it. So it serves some purpose, right? But you can have one of these, and if you put it in a koozie, nobody will really know what it is. No one's going to question what you're drinking. A lot of people feel more comfortable in social situations when they just hold something in their hand, right? So if everybody's drinking and you're not, people might look at you like, well, do you need a drink? Can I get you a drink? And there might be some peer pressure to actually drink alcoholic beverages, but there also might be some peer pressure to just drink a beverage because people will feel more comfortable around you if you also have a beverage. It doesn't make them feel like they're standing out. If people are peer pressuring you, I'm sorry that's happening. You can just say, hey, I'm not drinking, or I choose not to drink, or whatever you want to say. But in the same way that I would expect others to not peer pressure people into not drinking, I think you should also not be peer pressured into drinking. We're adults right now. This isn't high school or college years when you're trying to get your buddy drunk. Hop water is a great alternative. Again, it's awesome that it's 0 calories. 0 just about everything, and it has some nice additives that should boost your mood instead of the depressants that are available in alcohol. Next, I got 3 non-alcoholic actual beers. 2 of these are from the Hairless Dog Brewing Company. Is a NA Citra Lager, and the other one is a non-alcoholic black ale. So you can see that there's a wide range. Many of you are familiar with the brand Athletic Brewing. They sponsor Ironman. They've got a full range of beers that imitate everything from a Miller Lite to a Corona to a craft IPA. All of them are non-alcoholic. The calories all differ on them, but they're less than this equivalent actual beer because you're not getting the calories from alcohol in them. So this black ale has 90 calories. This Citra IPA has 80 calories, right? The last one that I have here is from a local brewery called Exile. This is a non-alcoholic Ruthie, which is just a golden beer. It's pretty simple. It's easy tasting. Tastes a lot like the regular, but it's non-alcoholic. It's a great choice. All three of those beers, plus the hop water, were available in our little downtown grocery store. If you were to go to an actual liquor store, you would find many more non-alcoholic beer offerings that you could sample. And again, it's not beer. Don't expect it to be exactly like beer, but it does taste similar to beer. Stronger than the hop water. It has calories like beer, but it has no alcohol. And so again, the point of not drinking isn't to avoid the calories altogether. The point is to avoid the alcohol. We know alcohol causes lots of bad things, kills brain cells, destroys sleep. We talked about that in our previous video. But there's nothing wrong with a beverage that has been distilled and has no alcohol in it, because you can enjoy a lot of the benefits of the taste of beer and the experience without the detrimental effects of the alcohol. So that's the beer. What I don't have in front of me is non-alcoholic wine. They did not have any of that at the Hy-Vee store. It's a little bit harder. You need to go to an actual wine or alcohol store to find that. But trust me, there are plentiful options of non-alcoholic wines in just about everything you can imagine. And again, it doesn't have alcohol in it, but it still tastes somewhat like wine. The next category that we're going to look at are distilled spirits. Now, I know this seems like an oxymoron, right? It's a distilled spirit with 0% alcohol. Yes, that is right. So it has been distilled and all the alcohol has been taken out through the distilling process. So normally they distill something, they cut it from a huge amount of alcohol down to, 30, 40, 50 proof beverage, or 100 proof, or 99 banana proof, or whatever you want to drink. These are taken all the way down to 0 proof. And what I have here in front of me is a 7 Giants Premium Blue Agave Tequila Alternative. Okay, so what's crazy about this is actually made not in Mexico or San Diego, but it's made in the UK in Glasgow, Scotland. So I know that seems weird to think about Scotch people brewing tequila, but it's actually one of the top rated non-alcoholic tequilas. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to open it and take a shot of this. I can tell you that it smells like tequila. It actually smells wonderful. It kind of makes me want to do a shot. I've got a lime here, so I'm going to cut it up. And I don't actually have a shot glass, but I'm going to pour it in a glass and do a little shot. So
that's not a knife. That's a knife.
I don't have any salt either, but I think I probably skipped that part right now. We're going to get the experience. We're going to smell this. I'm going to put this in my little beaker right here. I don't know how much I actually have there, but I'm going to do the shot and I'm going to suck on this lime. And
That's what she said.
that surprisingly tastes a lot like tequila. It does not have the alcoholic burn in your throat. It has a very, very mild burn to it, but it's not an alcoholic burn at all. It's actually pretty wonderful smelling and tasting as far as tequila goes. Now, if you're a tequila purist, you're not going to love this because it's missing that element of the burn in your throat that people who like regular tequila are expecting. But it has absolutely tremendous flavor. You could see how you could do a shot of this, but you could also see how you could make a margarita with this, and you probably wouldn't even know that you were missing the tequila in the margarita. So that's kind of a cool product right here. I brought another one, and I'm actually going to do a shot of this one too. So this is called Spiritless Kentucky 74. It's a spiced, non-alcoholic cinnamon whiskey. So cinnamon whiskey is what Fireball is. That's a really common shot for people to do. But if you're now in dry January and you're trying not to drink, you might need some Spiritless 74 instead of some Fireball. Oh, actually smells delicious. I'm gonna pour this in a different little mason jar glass here, but just a little bit in there. Give me a little shot of cinnamon, like a red hot, right? That's what I'm looking for. So just so you know, this tequila shot right here, I didn't talk about it, but it's got 10 calories per serving. So you can see it is a low calorie shot. This cinnamon whiskey right here has more because it's got 8 grams of carbohydrates, 5 of which are sugar. So it's got 30 calories, but compared to 100 calories in a regular shot, you can see it's pretty light. So here we go. That really doesn't taste like alcohol at all, but it tastes a lot like a hot tamale or a red hot. So it's quite delicious. So you can see how it would be a nice added benefit if you were doing something like some apple cider, making some hot toddies with this instead of actual Fireball. And again, it's got a tiny bit of burn to it, but it's a cinnamon burn. It's not an alcohol burn. So you can see how you could have a cocktail with one of these that would taste like a regular cocktail, maybe a little bit diluted, which is probably just fine for most people, but you're not going to have the negative effects of the alcohol. The other kind of most common thing that you'll see people do, this is Hy-Vee brand club soda. So club soda and a lime. So I could easily just make myself one of these drinks. Oh man, that's a party foul. Cullen, you shook out my club soda. What's going on here? I call foul on this. Somebody's rigging the system for me. I gotta clean that up now. So you can get your lime. Let's throw that in there. In your soda water, you can let it sit in the soda water. You could sip on this. Nobody is ever going to question, oh, is there actually alcohol in your drink? I mean, maybe they will, but you're going to feel like you're a part of the party. You're going to feel like a normal person. You can sip on this. The only burn from this is from the burn from the bubbles. So just pretty normal burn. Light flavor. The nice thing about the soda water is it's 0 calories. You get a little bit of calories just from the lime juice. But again, that's a tiny amount of calories. So you can kind of indulge guilt-free in terms of a calorie value. Soda water tastes pretty good. It tastes even better with lime. So this is a natural drink that you can have. And if you chug these all night, you're still going to feel great in the morning and sleep wonderful at night. So Frank the Tank's coming over. Go ahead. All right, the last thing that I wanted to talk about, because this is a hot new trend as well. This company is really cool. It's called Betty Buzz. They make designer ginger beer, soda water, and tonic waters. They have cool little bottles. They're super cool. They're micro. They're 9 ounces. Who has a 9-ounce bottle? I don't know. They're doing their own thing though. 266 milliliters. They wanted to go a little over the 8.3 ounces of Red Bull. So 9 ounces for this guy. And the ingredients are super simple on it. It's carbonated water, lemon juice concentrate, natural flavors, and sea salt. So it scores wonderful on your Yuka app. If you don't know what Yuka is, you should check it out. It's a little app with a carrot on it. It lets you scan any barcode out there of any food. It does not do alcohol because we all know alcohol is bad for you, so don't look for good alcohol. But it does do non-alcoholic beverages. So you can scan any non-alcoholic beverage and find out how good it is for you in terms of additives, chemicals, nutritional information. So I'm going to go ahead and open one of these Betty Buzz Meyer Lemon Club Soda and give it a whirl, because You really wouldn't feel too much different just drinking straight out of this bottle because it's kind of a cool bottle. You might feel like you're in Jamaica drinking a Red Stripe, or you might just feel like you're in Jamaica, Iowa drinking a Red Stripe. That's actually surprisingly really refreshing. It tastes great. And if you can see in this bottle, like you could see the lemon particles floating inside this bottle. So not only does it tastes good, but it looks super cool. So if you need something to hold in your hand, this could be it, right? So again, if you've made it all the way here in January without having to drink, congratulations. If you're thinking of trying a dry month, a dry quarter, a dry year, whatever, I think you should go for it. Take on the challenge. We can all use new challenges, and challenges that improve our health are always good challenges to accept. So I'm here for support, and you can also find millions of other people around the world who have chosen to be sober for various periods of time in their life who would also like to support you on this journey. I've got no problems with alcohol. If you choose to indulge, please do so responsibly. I'm not trying to tell you it's a bad thing. I'm trying to tell you that if you're looking for a way to not drink, enjoy yourself, and reap the benefits of an alcohol-free life and an alcohol-free night of sleep, here are some alternatives. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, if you're looking for the finest bespoke custom bicycles in the world, check out the full line of bikes at diamondbikes.com, where you can custom build a bike today. Chug it. Dude, that's actually really good.